Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Today we will be looking at a very exciting syllabus from Trinity College London, which is the Musical Theatre 2020 syllabus. This syllabus has been much expected, with a huge amount of opportunity for several practitioners of the art, as well as several would-be learners of the subject. This presentation will take you through this new 2020 musical theatre syllabus, and we will be covering some general information on when candidates can enter for these exams, who the syllabus is for, and the skills that are developed, what the syllabus has to offer, some sample tasks at each level discussing what the requirements are and the expectations, and some extra support information that is available for candidates and teachers to help them prepare for these exams. So when does this all launch? Well, the syllabus was launched on the 19th of September 2019, but candidates can be examined for these exams from the 1st of September 2020. There is no crossover period between the 2020 version and the 2010 versions. The aim of this syllabus is to encourage teachers and young people to use these specifications as a stepping stone towards becoming confident performers and articulate individuals. The syllabus is accessible and inclusive, with an emphasis on the individual personality, interests, and abilities. The syllabus has clear objectives at every grade, provides candidates with as much opportunity as possible to engage with authentic performance and rehearsal experiences. It also provides clear guidance and signposting to support teachers and students when preparing for these exams. And it now includes an initial level exam for solo performers, pairs, and groups, which offers an invaluable early learning experience of the grades. The exams assess the following skills through a range of contexts: performance, critical thinking and problem solving, planning and preparation, research and reflection, verbal and non-verbal communication, conversation and discussion, and interpersonal skills. The musical theatre exams are designed for candidates who want to focus on performing a variety of musical theatre genres. We do not prescribe the content, and the format of the exam allows candidates and teachers to choose from a wide range of options, focusing on works in which they have a particular interest or that complements their studies. This, of course, is the hallmark of all the Trinity College London syllabi. Musical theatre is a hybrid performance form. It assesses the skills of singing, acting, and movement or dance as an integrated whole. The aim of these exams is to build experience and skills, working towards being able to present a synthesis of those core skills. We begin at the foundation grades, performing the skills separately, through to the highest grades, where we see them being employed simultaneously to create character and convey narrative. The exams present candidates with practical creative tasks that enable them to develop invaluable 21st century skills in confidence, creativity, and communication. With all this said, sounds exciting, doesn't it? Well, it's time now to deep dive into the syllabus. This is what the syllabus should look like. If you've got a copy of it, great. If not, when you do get your hands on it, this is what it will look like on the cover. The exam requirements are laid out on the page with the assessment criteria and attainment descriptors alongside, so that the teacher and candidate can very clearly see what the candidate needs to do in the exam, the maximum marks awarded for each task, any considerations that need to be noted for each task, and that's in the notes section, page references for extra guidance on the task, what skills are being assessed, and the level of skill needed to achieve the different pass levels. Each of the grades also have clear assessment criteria and attainment descriptors, which provide insight for teachers and candidates on the expectations, that's what the examiner is looking for, at each and every level. Let's look at the foundation grades. And here we're really talking about initial grade, grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. Let's look a little bit at the expectations. So at this level, candidates deliver sung performances. Note that this task is titled Acting Through Song. This emphasizes that we're looking for more than just a straight sung performance. Candidates should be emotionally involved in the song, monologue, or movement piece and demonstrate a developing sense of character and story through their performance. At the initial level, we would expect the candidates to show an overall sense of enjoyment and willingness to engage with the material with some vocal confidence and awareness of the performance space. By grade 3, there should be an essence of the integration of the skills, developing musicality, and some imaginative movement or dance ability. Let's have a look at some examples. Grade 2, tasks 1 and 2, where we look at the performance. So candidates perform 2 songs from memory. As mentioned, these aren't just sung performances. The candidate should be conveying some character and or story in the performances. Songs shouldn't just be sung, they should be acted. Movement or dance should be meaningful and support the storytelling. At this level, the performances should be audible, clear, and accurate, with a good use of vocal skills and some imaginative dance or movement skills to support character and narrative. If we look at task 3, this is followed by a task where the candidate can choose between delivering a monologue or a movement or dance sequence that conveys a character and story. This provides opportunity for the candidates to develop the individual skills that will eventually be combined at higher grades. There are similar outcomes in the performance of these 2 skills. That is, candidates are portraying character and story, either through vocal skills by delivering a monologue, or through physical skills by delivering a movement or dance sequence. For movement or dance, it is important to note that the candidate is not being tested on whether they can, for example, perform a pirouette. Instead, it is what they are doing with the pirouette that is crucial. What does it use to tell us about the story or character, and how does it connect with the music in that moment? At this level, candidates should be demonstrating a developing confidence in the use of the 3 skills, although they don't all have to be demonstrated at the same time. Sample performance programs can be found on our website for added detail. When we look at the intermediate grades, that's grades 4 and 5, candidates over here should be giving performances that display some vocal range and integrating movement or dance skills with control to support and develop character and convey the narrative of the material. For example, at grade 5 in performance, that's acting through song, when we look at tasks 1 and 2, we see candidates give sung performances. But this time, in a development from those lower grades, the songs must come from different musicals, and they must also contrast in genre and or style to demonstrate that the candidate is increasing their range. At this level, the performance should show clarity, accuracy, and audibility with some imaginative choices of interpretation. The candidate should use some expressive vocal variation integrated with movement skills that show structure, commitment, and control. Another example, grade 5, task 3, and this is with performance or a scene into song. This is a new task, scene into song, which demonstrates the merging of the musical theater skills. So rather than just acting or singing, this is a task that features the merging of those skills, specifically illustrating the ability to transition smoothly from one form to another. It is that moment in the musical when the emotion builds. So that is no longer enough just to speak the words. They must be sung. It is this ability that sits at the heart of musical theatre. Here, we're looking for performances that demonstrate that smooth transition from speaking to singing, as well as the continuation of character and narrative development into the song. Let's look at an example. Grade 5, key skills, which is connection to the lyrics. Task 4. Now, this is another new task where candidates prepare and deliver one of the songs from tasks 1 or 2 as a monologue. This is giving the candidate an opportunity to explore their pieces from a different perspective, and it is a reminder that a song is primarily a monologue or soliloquy. This task allows for the exploration of alternate contexts of the candidate's own choosing. Candidates should be looking to discover and present something new, something different to their original sung performance. At the advanced grades, which is grades 6 to 8, candidates should be giving performances that demonstrate the secure integration of acting, singing, and movement or dance to support the fullest embodiment of character and situation. As with straight acting, candidates should be finding the emotional connection to character through vocal variation and their movement and sustaining this throughout. For example, grade 7, performance, tasks 1 to 3. Candidates perform 3 sung performances, one of which should be a spoken word into a song piece. This time, as a further development from the lower grades, they present the material as a flowing, continuous program. The songs should contrast in style and or genre, and the candidate also has the opportunity here at grade 7 and even at grade 8 to perform an unpublished piece. This provides the opportunity to embrace new works available, or it may be a work that the candidate has created. One piece can be with another performer, which provides the candidate with the opportunity to explore their duet skills. At this level, the performance should show a wide range of integrated, varied vocal and movement skills, used with some command of technical ability and control. The candidate should show some clear and persuasive choices of interpretation, and a secure connection with character and narrative should be evident. As an example, grade 7, key skills, task 4 is where the candidate performs a modification of one of their performances from tasks 1 to 3. The candidate should reimagine the character and the scenario. The intention of the task is a development on the connection to lyric task of the previous grades, where candidates are encouraged to explore their material with a different focus and to make new discoveries about character, intentions, and narrative. If in the modification, the candidate decides to sing the piece in a different way, they can bring with them an alternative backing track to perform to, or they could sing a cappella. Ideas for scene into song can be found on the website. Another example, grade 8, key skills. Task 5 of grade 8 provides a further development on this task with the candidate working with the examiner to modify one of their performances from tasks 1 to 4. This time, the choice of performance piece is made by the examiner. This offers the candidate a directorial interaction with the examiner. The examiner will offer a new context for the performance, inviting the candidate to flex their imaginative muscles, to reinvent the character and situation, and to allow the examiner a fuller picture of the candidate's abilities to work in the moment. For example, if the candidate has performed Still Hurting from the musical The Last 5 Years, the examiner might ask the candidate to use the same backing track, but to play the rage rather than the deep hurt. To play it as if the character has run out of patience, that they are contemptuous of Jamie's needs. So the words and emotions come from outrage and indignation. At this level, the candidate's performance should allow an ability to listen to instruction and respond with openness to explore beyond the prepared work. They should also show ability to work in the moment and to vocally, emotionally, and physically inhabit the new scenario. We also have the performance certificates. For solo candidates who may not necessarily want a graded qualification, but who would welcome the experience offered within this option, there are the performance certificates. We have designed these for those candidates who prefer to focus solely on preparing and delivering a program of performance work. It's also been designed as a way for candidates to consolidate their performance skills at the end of each level before moving up to the next level. For some candidates who move through the grades quickly, and so the performance certificate now can serve as an extra step to consolidate and recalibrate before proceeding. This is very useful both for candidates who require extra support in their learning and those who are able to learn quickly. Let's take a look at how the feedback, marks, and certificates are awarded. The musical theatre exams are for solo candidates, pairs, and groups. Solo and pair candidates receive individual feedback and marks and a certificate if they pass. All candidates entered in a group will receive one set of marks and feedback for the group as a whole, and each member of the group receives a certificate. We also have musical theatre in production. The musical theatre in production exams are designed to allow schools, colleges, and theatre groups to offer an entire production for assessment, and learners taking part in any role, including backstage and technical roles, as a part of the production can be included. The examiner watches the production and writes detailed feedback. If the group entered is successful, then every candidate involved will receive a candidate. Teachers can choose between two pathways here, depending on their style of production. Either pathway 1, for productions where candidates are involved in backstage or technical support roles or front of house, as well as performing on the stage. Or pathway 2, for productions where the candidates are just performing. We now look a little bit at the exam guidance. As mentioned earlier, the layout of the revised syllabus aims to provide clear and supportive guidance for teachers, and the back pages of the syllabus specification contain some supporting information for each type of task within the grades. The website also contains a range of additional material to support teachers and students, including sample texts, tips on musical theatre skills in general, which we hope will help candidates expand their skills outside of the exam room. All of this is available on the resources page. And much more coming soon will also include sample exam videos. The website, as always, will be updated regularly and new material added at the earliest possible chance. My name is Dale, and I thank you for joining us today, and I wish you a musical journey ahead and hope to see you soon. Thank you.